Hi, Colleen. Hi, Judy. I can see a few. I'm just getting my social media share going. Happy Saturday. This is an unusual day for me, but I really wanted to create this card for you, the Creation Station blog hop card that I made. Hi, Nora. I've just shared this over to my business page, and I'll just wait a couple of seconds to see if others join in. And hope you're having a good Saturday. It's chilly here, that's for sure. I walked the dog earlier. That's about the extent of my outing today. I had some things to take care of in the house, so I wasn't able to go anywhere. And I didn't have my car today. So, yes, Diane, purple again. What is this color? Highland Heather today. That pairs up well with black and white. Any color pairs up well with black and white, right? Hi, Karen. So we have a few on. Let's get started. So I told you yesterday that I was going to recreate the card that I made on the Creation Station blog hop, which is what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to show you, this is a great box that's in our mini catalog. And after the live, after I make the card, I just want to show you how to put this box together, because these are really nice, sturdy boxes, and I'll show you where to find them in the mini catalog. I'm going to use it for a project soon, probably for a Valentine project, but really for anything. But they're so nice and sturdy, but they are a little bit weird to put together. So I want to show you how to put that together if you haven't already seen it. Okay, so we have a few of you on. Thanks for joining. Hi, Julie. Julie Newts. Where are you from? Are you from New Zealand, Julie? I feel like last night I saw your name pop up and someone was from New Zealand. I think it was you. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for being here today. And Lois, thanks for being here today. Lois, I got your email and I responded. So if you want to check your email later. Anyway, let's get started. So card from my blog hop. I'm changing it up a little bit in that I'm using a different flower than what I used for the blog hop. Now I will tell you this, I pre-cut most of the flowers and colored, except for one. I'll do that with you, because otherwise we would have been here a long time with the coloring. So the Happy Thoughts is one of my favorites. I know, no flowers, but it's one of my favorites in the catalog because it's all words. And these words, as soon as I saw them, I knew I was going to try to find different ways to use the words and pair them up differently. Although for this card, I did not pair this sentiment up differently. I just cut it in different spots so that it would fit along the card as you opened it. And I just made it a happy birthday, because you could always use a happy birthday, right? So we're going to do that again today. Or I could do thank you and cut up. I didn't think about that. I could do something different today and do thank you and cut up this sentiment that goes with thank you. But I have to see how that would work on the card because of the placement. It might just work. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to use the pastel pearls because these are just like my favorite things right now. And let's get started. And of course, the Designer Series paper, the Black and White True Love Designer Series paper, which I've already cut. And this is called, this is already on my blog, Black, what is it called? Black Glittered Organdy Ribbon. And that's current as well. So let's get I forgot to take the blends out. And so I'm using Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, the light Old Olive, and Highland Heather, dark and light, to color not this. This is the front, but I'm going to have to grab one of the flowers here. And I think the one I want to grab is this big trio right here. We'll color that in and cut that out. And these are very easy to cut out. They are a little bit easier than the ones that I used in my blog hop. But because they're big and there's not a lot of intricate cutting on this. The back of this is striped. It's very easy. So I'm going to take out, I found my husband laminated, we had these a while back, Stampin' Up! These, I don't know if we still do, but he also laminated some of them for me. So I'm going to color on top of here since I have it out. Okay, so I'm going to take the Old Olive light, and put on my glasses, light blend, and just highlight the leaves a bit. I wanted the contrast of color between the Old Olive and the Granny Apple Green because the Granny Apple Green is just so bright. I didn't want it completely bright like that. So this Granny Apple, this Old Olive helps to tone it down a bit. And I think I used light Old Olive, Granny Apple Green to color these in. I don't remember. So the coloring is quick. These are easy to color. Sometimes I have a hard time. I don't know if this is with anyone else, but sometimes when I use a large image and the blends, I just don't do a very good job coloring. And for some reason, this is easy to color. Maybe because the flowers are just not too big and they're individual flowers rather than one big flower. I don't know. It just makes a bit of a difference. I'm thinking that I might have wanted to use the darker Old Olive. Let's see. Can always go back and touch it up. So once we get this colored in and cut out, we can assemble the card. There we go. You might hear the dog go nuts a little bit because my husband's going to be walking in from work probably in the next half hour. So if he barks, not he, she barks, that will be why. So now I'm using the dark Highland Heather and just highlighting some of these little areas that Stampin' Up! Has already highlighted, but I'm not doing all of it, just a little bit here and there, and then we'll blend it in with the, and my daughter actually might walk in too. She was coming here today. She has to pick up a few things. So the dog, Capri is her name, may go nuts when she comes too. Okay. So I'm going to go back and touch up areas after we color in a bit. So let's see. Hi, Marianne. I'm glad you caught me too. Hi, Cindy. Couple of names I haven't seen. Oh, hi, Deborah. I have a dang time coloring and shadowing. Mine always look like a 2-year-old colored. Oh, gosh. It would probably look like you're funny, Deborah. Oh, my gosh. That's funny. Listen, I have a hard time too coloring. One of my favorite things to do when I was a kid, and I'm sure many of you, was to color those Barbie, those Barbie coloring books. I love them. The images were nice and big, and I was such a good colorer with crayons. I always stayed inside the line. I was perfect all the time. And for some reason, as I've gotten older, I don't have as much patience to color, but I know that for a while there, those big adult coloring books were pretty popular. I don't know if they still are, but I never got into those. Never got into the adult coloring books, although I like them. Okay, now this color goes on like really bright and then it fades. And do you notice I'm not even like going in a specific direction? I'm just kind of coloring all over. And it doesn't really matter with this particular paper. Kind of looks cool no matter what you do. Doesn't look too messy. Oh. So I don't know if you could see it on camera, but it goes on really bright and then it fades and gets more subtle. And it doesn't matter if I go outside the lines here either, because I'm cutting it out. So I don't have to be as neat as I would if I weren't cutting it out. Okay, so you see, I don't know if you could see how it just kind of fades a little bit. And I think I do want to take one thing I want to do right now, so it just kind of blends in there. I think I want to try a little bit of dark. Oh gosh, you guys almost disappeared on me. Dark Old Olive instead of the light Old Olive. And then I might add some dark Granny Apple Green too. After I cut it, let this kind of settle in while I'm cutting it, and then we'll see how it looks afterward. Okay, so I'll look at comments. Oh, so pretty, you love it. Never got into coloring even as a little girl. I couldn't sit long enough. Yeah, that was something that kept my Barbies and coloring books always kept my attention when I was a little girl. I loved those. I had that. I wonder if any of you here had that TWA airplane or whatever, the airplane, the Barbie airplane. Well, I don't know why I said TWA. Maybe that was the airline back then. But I had that big airplane. Gosh, I just love that thing so much. It's my favorite. And I had the Barbie, the big Barbie makeup head. You did her hair and you did her makeup. That was one of my favorite things too. So yeah, everything Barbie when I was a little girl I loved. I don't know what else did I really like. Did I like playing with Legos? I didn't really like playing with Legos. But yeah, Barbie dolls were my thing. And then my daughter, when she was little, she never picked up a Barbie doll. She had American Girl dolls. She played with those for a period of time, but she wasn't a tomboy, but she wasn't really a doll person either. Total opposite of me. I was kind of disappointed that she didn't love dolls, but I gotta say, that kid was always outside playing, which was the best. The best. One of the reasons why I bought this house here is when she was little, we saw this house on this street, and every time I came down the street, the kids on this street were always out playing. Whatever games, ball games they were playing on the street. No one really comes down the street unless you live here. So it was nice. They could play basketball and whatnot. And so every time I came down this block to see this house, the kids were out all day long. So that's one of the reasons that this house was so appealing to me, because the kids were always out, and it made me so happy to see that. And when we came and bought this house, we put a basketball hoop in front of the house. And then we put a trampoline in the yard, a nice big trampoline. So She was always out. She wasn't really into staying in the house and playing with Barbies. And that's my little spiel about my daughter growing up here while I'm cutting this. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm not paying attention to any comments, but I will. And as soon as we're done cutting this, see how easy I'm cutting it? It's just really, it's a nice size image to fussy cut. It's not at all tedious. And like I said, there are no little, like really intricate pieces on here that are difficult to cut. But I do want to make sure I keep some of the black outline on there. Back then it started with the Wii system. Like I guess it's like an Xbox system or whatever, but the Wii was pretty popular back then. And she didn't even get into that. She had it, but I could probably count on one hand how many times she used the thing and it was put away. She wasn't really into that either. Which I was surprised because a lot of the kids her age back then were really into it. The Wii. I used to do, she did like doing karaoke, I think, on that thing. I don't remember. My memory is shot. I have a terrible memory. My friends from high school make fun of me all the time. They tease me when we're out to brunch. Oh yeah, Antoinette won't remember that. Antoinette won't remember that. And they're right, I don't. Okay, so we're done. There we go. Now we can assemble. Actually, before we assemble, why don't I do the, where are my pieces for this card? Where did I put it? Okay, guys. Oh, underneath here. Goodness, I thought I was losing my mind. So, you like to fussy cut, Myrtle? Hi, Kelly. Yep, it's, some people love it. You love it or hate it, right? And some people hate it. Okay, so I'm using the Highland Heather from the Subtles Designer Series paper. Now, what we're going to do is take Versamark and white embossing powder, stamp the sentiment from, I'm going to stick with this just because I didn't play with this enough to see how I would cut that up, and I don't want to take up too much time today. Nope, wrong stamp, this one. So let's stamp this sentiment and the happy birthday. Let's get those on here, and I'm going to definitely use the white embossing powder. I remembered something I didn't forget today. And let's just stamp up the happy birthday first, and the sentiment. I have to re-ink my Versamark. There's the powder. Ah, perfect. Okay. Put that away. And I just want to clean this up right here a little bit. I got a little bit too heavy with the stamp. Okay, I'm gonna get a little loud for a second while I heat emboss. What DSP is that? I know you probably mentioned it early on, but I came in and it's like, I think it's called True Love. I'll tell you in a second. As soon as I stop heat embossing here, I'll tell you. This will take a second. It's got to warm up. I love white embossed powder on black. I love gold on black too. I think gold on black is my favorite. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, let me tell you what that is. It is called True Love Designer Series paper, and it is on page of the mini catalog. Deborah, I mailed yours out a little bit later than everyone because something's wrong with my messenger when people message me. I don't know what the problem is. I got a new phone and some things work great and others don't. So Messenger is not working great when it lands in my business page for some reason. When it's through another avenue, it works. But anyway, your catalog got mailed out a little bit late. But it's on page 11 when you do get the catalog, okay? There it is. It's in this suite right here, the True Love suite. Okay. Now we'll put that on the side. I don't want to cut anything up yet because I don't want to lose any pieces. I just wanted to have it done. Okay, and now we can move all this to the side and start assembling. Now, what you'll want to do, and I need to look at my sample, or my original first, is first what we want to do is adhere one piece of 5.5 by 8.5 cardstock. They are both scored, okay? So it's just one piece of cardstock cut horizontally in the trimmer and scored at 4 1/4, okay? So we're going to liquid glue the right side of one piece first. And then adhere the left side of the second piece to the score line. And you still have enough time to manipulate when you use liquid glue. And I can trim that off, okay? Let me see. This is going to get covered up probably, but yep, I got it off. It would have bothered me. Okay. Now, I have a little bit overhanging here. Well, I'm going to wait until I actually, yeah, I'll wait until I do the front. Okay, now you can fold that in. And then fold that over. Okay, and give that a nice score. Okay, so that's what we did. We just took 2 pieces of cardstock and 5.5 by 8.5 size, scored them at 4 1/4, and overlapped them right in the middle. So each piece is 4 1/4. Each section is 4 1/4. So now this is going to be the front. So I'm going to flip it over and take my 4 1/4 by 5.5 piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm going to adhere it. Oh, my dog was quiet. My husband just came home. Hi. I am. I'm just saying hi. I'll come up when I'm done. Let's see. So I'm just going to adhere this to the front. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, I love that paper. Yep, me too. So, anybody care to share this video? Please feel free to go ahead and share and put it in capital letters that you shared the video. I would love that. That really helps me. It's a small way of helping me to get a little bit more exposure. Especially now that I'm not working, that would really be helpful. Okay, so there we go. Now the next thing we want to do is focus on the ribbon. We're going to put the ribbon down, and before we do that, I do want to trim off these excess areas that I don't like. So let's trim that off. That I don't like having sticking out. Now, it might be hard for you to see, but I see it. So before I might have to do it on the big trimmer just because. Yeah, it's too thick for this one. Oh no, it worked. It's just loud. And then a little bit more here. Okay, there we go. And do I have any there? Nope, it's good. Okay, that works. So now before we do anything else, I want to make sure I have my ribbon on, and I want to do my front labels here too, which are stitched rectangle shapes. So I already cut the ribbon to the size. Now I'm going to wrap it around and make sure it's long enough. Yep, it's long enough to make my bow. And then we can continue on. Now the reason I'm doing this first is because those two rectangles are going to go right on top. Okay, and then it's secure enough that, and the right size, that I can adhere that. And I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape, nothing fancy, and it only has to be adhered in the front. We need it to be open loose in the back, okay? Okay, now we'll take some tear and tape. I'm going to tear and tape this. I want it to be really secure on top of the ribbon. So I'm going to use 3 pieces of tear and tape going across. Oh, thank you so much for that. Share in capital letters. Love it. That helps me not to, excuse me, helps me not to have to squint when I'm looking for it for prize patrols. So yesterday, if you were here yesterday, or last night, I should say, if you were here last night, I mentioned that I'm sweetening the January Papillion Project Pack to include this card in a drawing for all the orders I receive for the January Papillion Project Pack. And only the names of those that purchase the Papillion Project Pack for January will be in that drawing. So this card here is going to be the card that the winner of that drawing will get. And I will announce it on Thursday. When I come back on Thursday, I will announce who wins this, because all the orders for the Papillion Project Pack have to be in by Tuesday, and that's because by Thursday I have to place my order. I mean, by Wednesday I have to place my order in order to get it in time and get everything cut up and packaged for you by January 25th. So now I'm going to take dimensionals and add this piece. Now we're not putting a sentiment on here we're putting the sentiment, they're taking the sentiment from what we embossed earlier, and we'll do that at the end. So this is the card that will be entered into that drawing. Okay, and we're going to spice this up a little bit later with some Wink of Stella and a little splatter. Okay, so that's going to be the front for now. Now we can move on to the inside. Now we'll undo this. I love this ribbon. It ties a nice bow. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Pamela and Cindy. Hi, Patricia. Thank you all for sharing in those big capital letters. I really appreciate it. Lets Facebook know that people are interested in seeing what I'm making, I guess. That's what I've heard. So now here are the other pieces we're using. Now I've already cut them up to size, and I've already used the Stitched Be Mine dies to cut the scallop pieces. So we're going to take this piece right here first, and we're going to add a little bit of liquid glue to the edge, just to the edge. Now it doesn't want to come out. It came out earlier. And then add this scallop piece right here. How much do I want to show? About that much. I'm going to cut off these extra pieces at the end. Okay. Oh, I did my words wrong. It's supposed to be the other way. Okay, let's do this side. I thought I had it right, but never fear, not a problem. So let's go this way now. You know what I just noticed? That these words, oh, they're all different languages on here. To love what we do and share. I'm reading them. I haven't read them before. To love what we do and share what we love. That's the Stampin' Up! Statement of the heart. Okay, so now we can put that here. I'm going to move this a little bit. That'll go on this edge, and then we can cut. And here we're using liquid glue because you want to be able to manipulate it and place it properly if it's not properly placed the first time. Okay. And I just realized something else, that I need another piece under here, and that's going to be this one. So let me put some liquid glue on here as well. I should have marked up where I need to place this. Okay, so this, I'm going to do this by eye here. This is going to go here. And I have glue on my finger. Whoops. So I should have just glued this piece first before I put glue all over the back. But we're making it work, right? Okay. We are making it work, folks. There we go. All right. DSP question. What's your question? Freezing on my end. Ugh, had to go out and come back. Oh, what is the question? Hi, Pamela. What is the question? The name of it is True Love. Did you have another question, Deborah, on that? I'm not freezing on this end. Anybody else? I hope everybody else is okay. I'm looking okay on my end for a change. Okay, now I'm going to cut off all this extra here. Okay, and then all this extra here too. Okay. What DSP are you using? Oh, you're using not YLOL. Oh, it's called, I guess you didn't hear that when you must have froze earlier. True Love Designer Series paper. And it's on page 11. When you do get the catalog that I sent you, it's on page 11. It's in that Valentine suite. Okay, I don't like the way I cut this up, so we're going to have to clean that up later. Okay, so next is, we're going to take this piece and this little black square and adhere this black square to the top. And then we'll snip off the edges. My dog is playing with something upstairs and making a lot of noise on the floor because there's not a carpet above me. Okay, there we go. Let that dry for a second, and then we'll punch a hole in that. And now I'm just going to snip the edges here. Snip right here. Now, if I want them to be exact, I could take that little piece that I snipped. I know this is kind of weird, but I learned this a long time ago in scrapbooking. And if you don't have a corner piece, then you take that and just put it right on top and just follow that, and you should have two very even snips, which I do. Okay? And a long time ago in scrapbooking, the scrapbooking leader, class teacher, showed us that. I guess before we had all these wonderful tools that we have. And now I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dile. Any of you have this? I've had this for a long time. And am I going to take the bigger hole here? I think so. I don't have to, and I'm just going to punch a hole about there. I could have used the smaller one, but that's okay. Okay, that's that. And that's going to go here, but not quite yet because I want to use some white twine and put that on. Okay, came in late, so I didn't catch it. Sorry. No, that's okay. I think you froze when I answered you earlier, Deborah, that because you said you froze on your end. So I probably answered you and at that point that you froze. I'll write it here so you don't forget. It's in you can go to my blog because this is all on my blog. I used Flirty Flamingo on my blog. Once this is over and I post this video here, you'll have a link directly to the blog that I did, the blog post I did. Okay, and then on here, this is going to go here. So let's adhere this, some Stampin' Seal. And by the way, this image here is the one I used in my original, the one that's behind the polka dot. But I was going to actually do it exactly today, and I said, what's the fun in that, doing it exactly the same? The layout is the same, but the colors are different. So there's a little bit of change in it. Okay, that goes there. And then we're going to take a little piece of this and kind of tear it toward me. And then I'm going to cut that up. Cut this over here. So that I can glue it like that. And then we'll cut off the little piece on the bottom. I'm going to put some liquid glue on here. There's reasons why I used one and the other. When I know Like you hear me say it all the time, I have to manipulate something, then I use liquid glue. And what was the way I was going? Was I going this way? I was going this way. And that's just added right to where the crease is, the score line is, okay? And we'll trim this bottom off shortly. And then we have another piece here. And it's going to go on this side. But before we do that, we're going to fix up the left side here. And in this case, let's see. Go like this, so I'm in camera. In this case, I think I'm doing like this. Yeah, okay. This is going on here, like that. I got it right this time. And I should be doing this on my silicone mat because I just got some glue on here. Okay. Now I'll just put that on there. It's the right side. Okay. Thank you so much for the big capital shares. Hi, Tammy. No worries, you can always catch the replay. And we'll use some more liquid glue here. And then this is going to go under here. So let me do that first. This time I remembered that I need to do that first. Words. Whoa. Whoops. Messed that up a little. Okay. And now we can glue the whole thing down to the left side. Sorry, I'm not too chatty today. I think I chatted myself out yesterday. Oh, I wanted to mention, so besides the fact that this is going in the drawing for all the orders I receive by Tuesday for the Papillion Project Pack, using that host code, I am starting a VIP group. And I'm going to share content in that VIP group that I don't share on this page. How do you get into that VIP group? I'm just developing it. Is by once you have made, you don't have to do it at one time, but once your orders with me hit, oh, this is, wait, I'll hold right there. I forgot this piece and I want to get it down before I start talking again. So let me tear this toward me, right? This just adds a little bit of interest to the card. And I have to get this down before this Highland Heather piece dries. So let me get that under here. And that's why I don't talk. I shouldn't be talking so much because then I forget to do things. It's just like driving. You talk too much, you forget the spot, the exit you're supposed to get off at. Well, that happens to me. Okay. That's going to dry a little bit, and then we're going to cut it down. Okay. So how do you get into that VIP group? Once you have spent $150 in my online store, not anywhere else, only in my online store. Once your orders reach $150, you will be placed into the VIP group. I'll invite you, and it's your choice whether or not you want to be in it or not. So that is starting in January. So anytime during the year, it doesn't have to be done at a specific time. It's cumulative. So all your orders will be calculated, and as soon as you hit that threshold, you'll be added. If you would like to be, you will be invited. So I am starting, I just created the page, but I want like a little, the Paper Papillion logo, but I want it to say something. So I have to play with it in PicMonkey, which is driving me crazy these days. Okay, so I just cut out the word happy birthday because we're going to use that shortly. All right, now the rest of this is complete assembly of the flowers. Anyway, so if you want to get in that VIP group, you just have to keep placing your orders with me. And once you hit 150, I'm not saying that you have to stop ordering with me, of course. I don't want you to do that. But once you hit that, you'll be invited to the VIP group where I will share stuff that I don't share in other areas. Okay, so now let's see. Look at all these beautiful purple flowers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I colored one with you and I colored one off camera. So let's take the one that I colored with you, well, whichever one it was, and we're going to place that here like that. Yeah. Do I want to go like that? Let's see. What's going to be the best way to... I want to show a lot of the flowers and the leaves. And I think I'll go like that. So let's put some liquid glue on here. So that VIP group is going to be, by Thursday, I'm going to announce it again for anyone that might not be, that usually joins me on a Thursday and isn't here today. So by Thursday, I'm going to announce it again on my usual day. Okay, so this is all overhanging, which is fine. And then we want to take I think a single one. Yeah, I think a single one will go here. Like that. Yeah. And it's something, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it because it's another thing. I've been thinking about it, but when I was working and I had a full-time job, I didn't want to add another thing to my plate because that is another job in itself, in a sense that I don't know what's going on there. I have to create content for that. But now that I'm not working, I want to give it a shot because I have time on my hands, I have a little bit more time on my hands with not having to worry about work. And let me tell you, my little hobby here, is a full-time job in itself. Now I'm using one that's got 2 flowers. So I want the green to overhang, the leaves to overhang a bit. All the marketing that goes into this, as far as, photo taking, coming live, creating the projects, taking the photos, watermarking, posting it everywhere, descriptions, product lists. Oh my gosh. I always knew there was a lot of work to this, but I never knew how much until I really started to do it. And I could spend hours and hours, more than a full-time day on this. And you know why? Because I love it. And that's not me complaining. That's me actually being very happy to be able to spend so much time doing this. Because I don't have a little child anymore either. So that absorbs my time, right? She is fully grown. Granted, she does FaceTime me about 5 times a day. I'm not complaining. I love it. Don't you just love it that your kids call you all the time? It's a good thing. It means you did a good job, I think. Let's see. Okay, so that's that. That's that. This is this. So we have that sentiment there. And we have to cut up the others. We have this here. So this is all ready to go, except that we have to cut up the words. Oh, it's still not ready because now we have to do this side back here. Okay, and this is where I want to do the second 3 flowers right here. This is quite an elaborate card, don't you think? So in my description, when you see it later posted here, I don't think you can see it yet, I did say that it's a special, I consider this to be a specialty card, and it's somebody special that would get it for a special occasion. Normally I give cards like this to my daughter. I've given her several, so, and she keeps them. Which way do I want to go with this? I think this way, right here. Okay. Oh, hey, Heather. Hi, Carol. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Diana. Okay, now we can cut up, and then we'll do the front, and then I'll cut all this other excess stuff off. Okay, now I was pretty neat about this, so I'm gonna, when I'm looking at my sample, I was pretty neat, so I'm gonna start off with the trimmer. First. Okay. And then we'll get right, nope, this is where I'm gonna use my scissor. Okay, I cut right up there. So now I have to be really, really careful right in here. Okay. And then really careful in here too. I think I'm going to cut off a little bit of the word do. Yeah. Let's see how to... Nope, that still works. Okay. So today is great goes on the front, and then because it's all about you, and then it's the great person you are, and the great things you do. Okay. So today is great goes on the front, so we're not done with the front yet. The great person you are. I'm getting my silicone mat out. I don't want to dirty. I can't find it at the moment. Oh, there it is. Okay. And that's going to go here. And then, because it's all about you, we'll go here. And then this will all make sense when we open it. The great person you are, the great things you do. Okay, this is going to go about here. Okay. So now all our words are on the card on the inside and on the side. And we're still going to add some Wink of Stella and some splatter. I'm going to take this over to my trimmer because I want to cut these big pieces that are hanging off, and I need my big trimmer to do that. So just give me a second and I'll be right with you. And there. Okay, a little bit more here. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Now we'll do the front. So what do you all have plans for the weekend? Anything special? Okay, all that yuck is cut off. Anything special going on? Any ideas for what we can do tomorrow? We don't have any plans at all. So I'm going to fold this very carefully right here. Okay. We do not have plans tomorrow. I think my husband is going to take my TV down in this craft room because I don't use it. I think I mentioned that. Oh, I got this past summer you made your daughter one of your special cards with inspirational scent. I can't remember what it was for, but at the time I really liked it. Any chance do you remember that card and sentiment? I don't. Was it for her birthday? She didn't graduate or anything this year. I might have shown you something I made for her for graduation. I'll have to go back. If you can, did I do it on I guess I showed it to you on a video. Okay, let's do the front. I'll have to think about that, Nora. I'm good at cutting sayings. I'm in trouble on that part. Yeah, it's tough. You have to have the right scissor. This one's a little thick, but this one's a little short. So to do a lengthy cut, you need something a little bit longer. So you have to be really careful if it's not a real fine scissor. Okay. So I might want to now do a little bit of Wink of Stella here before I want to do some splattering before I do anything else. So let me take out my splatter. And I'm pretty sure that I used like smoky slate here for some splatter. Pretty sure. I'm going to hold it down with my scissors here and do a little splatter. I don't know if you could see it coming on. Oh, I'm going to lose my marker in a second. Okay, I think that's enough with the splatter there. Now let's go inside a little bit with the splatter. I'm going to need a new marker because of this. Splattering does make it fun though, I have to say. I don't know who thought of this with the marker technique with the splatter, but it was genius. Except, I think I'm running out. Let's see, let me get a different color. Let's try a little basic gray. Okay, yeah. That really came out a lot. Good. I like that. I like that. On this one too, a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. That was basic gray. That worked a little better. Now let's get some Wink of Stella. I always get nervous. Why don't you use your aqua painter and ink on a clear block? Because I didn't think of it, Patty. Thank you very much. That's a good idea. You know what though? I think I did try that once and I think it comes out a little too wet. I think that I may have tried that once. Not on camera, but off camera. But it's a good idea. Maybe you even told me. Okay, trying to get the right Wink of Stella here that might have anything left. I think I need to place an order. Let me see. Did I do the front already? Yeah, I did. Yep, it's working. It's working. You're not going to see it. I'm going to bring it up to the camera. And then let's do here too. I need to hold that down. I need to squeeze a little. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, it didn't make too much of a mess. So let me bring it up to the camera. Can you see the splatter a little bit? Wow, I really like it. I'm looking at my laptop. I really like this Highland Heather. I like it a lot. Oh, did I do splatter here? Yes, I did. Okay, let's work on the front. On the front. So for the front, I'm going to take I think 2 flowers here. Do I want to let the leaves come down? And then 1 flower down here. I think maybe that way. I'll go that way. Okay. So I'm going to put some liquid glue here. I don't know. I kind of like the leaves on the card. I'm going to do the leaves on the white. I like it. And then some dimensionals at the top. And I'm going to take this away because it's making me crazy, this white thing. It cleans really well with the laminate on there. Okay, so let me get this and some dimensionals. I have to place an order for my basic toolkit supplies. I'm running out of dimensionals and glue dots. Not that I'm running out, but I like to have a nice full drawer. And my drawer is not so full anymore. Actually, too high. I'll bring that down. Yeah, I want it to be closer. And then 1 on the bottom. And I'll go that way or that way. Nope, I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to put some liquid glue around here. This is a very minimal card. It really doesn't take a lot of supplies at all. But it packs a lot of punch, I think. Hold on. And now that extra flower right there, I'm going to glue it to the envelope. This is sticking out, this one. And then we need this. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the edge. I need a mini. Actually, I'm going to use a black mini. Right at the edge here. Thanks for sticking around. This card's taken a while. But I see you guys are still on and commenting and interacting with me. Thank you so much. So on Thursday, when I come back at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will pull the names of everyone from today and yesterday, because this is an off day. So I am pulling everyone from today and yesterday. Okay, so today is great. Now let's get, where are those pastel-y things? that I said I wanted to use. Here they are. I need you all here to point me in the right direction when I lose things, because you guys probably know exactly where it is. It's probably right in front of my face most of the time. And I think I'm going to go with this one. I think, and then you guys tell me maybe if we need to switch it to rhinestones, if you think, wait, let's try this one first. Not too light. Maybe we need to switch it to rhinestones like my original. If you think that this is, you know what? I think there's a lot of purple on here. So let's try that first. I'm gonna go with these. Maybe the frosted. Let's see. Maybe these will make it look different than rhinestones. Let's try those. I don't know, the frosted. Oh, I like the frosted. You won't see it as much as a rhinestone, but I kind of like it. I'm going to do something different than what I did on my original. And the other thing is, like this one, the clear one. I don't know. Wait. Actually, the clear one's not bad either. I need to stand up to see this. The clear, I like the frosted one. I'm going to stick with the frosted. I like the frosted. Whoever gets it, if you want to change it to something else, you can, but I like the frosted. Whoops, where'd that go? Here it is. 2, 3. And then did I put any on the inside? I did not. I didn't want to make the inside too bulky. So now let's close this up. Let's close all this. And you know why I don't want to use those pastel pearls? Because there's only one size. I wanted to use different sizes. So I have a large one and a medium size one. So I'm going to just close it up. So when we open it, you can see the whole thing. Oh wait, let's get a white envelope. And also I like to give my ribbon an angle. Somebody asked me, why do I do that? It just looks nice. Somebody on here asked me. I don't remember who it was. I'm not sure if I answered. Okay, let's put that on the side. Let's get an envelope. And this could be mailed. I'm gonna glue this down. And it could be mailed. I believe it can be mailed. But if you're not secure, feeling good about that, you can just make it a card that goes to someone hand delivered. That special someone. We'll go, which way shall we go? Let's go like that. Okay. And there's the envelope. Okay, so let's put it in the envelope. Might be a little thick, actually. So here is that person's, I have to stick that in, but here's the card. I'm gonna get it. Their name's gonna be on it. I'm gonna open it up. And today is great. Stomach's growling. Because it's all about you, the great person you are, the great things that you do. Happy birthday. And if you need more room to write, the back is blank. And if you don't want to write on here at all, the back is blank. You can actually add a little pocket or something and stick a note inside, or stick the note inside the card. So I'm going to be taking a photograph of this, and then on Thursday night I'm going to announce the drawing for this card. So I hope you like it. As I said, I'm going to post in the description here shortly when I post this live. You will have the link to the blog post But I did post this the other day. So the original is right here. This is the original. And the Flirty Flamingo with the rhinestones. So wait, let's look at this for a second. Can you see these frosted dots? Or do you think I should change it to the rhinestones? You guys tell me. Beautiful and amazing design. Thank you, Marianne. So like I said, this was my first Creation Station, this one here, blog hop card. So you can go to my blog post and then hop on over to everyone else on that blog hop that's so talented. Next month's going to be a tough one for me. You know why? We have to use like critters, little four-legged animals. So I don't think I've ever done anything animals here. Oh, I want to show you something else too. My friend Heather, she was on here. I don't know if she's still here. One of the other cards that I received for Christmas that I didn't get a chance to show you was this one. And I love, love, love this layout. It's from my friend Heather Guerrero. Look at that, how she used the design. Look at that, how that opens. Isn't that beautiful? I love when, so she backed it onto, this is still a piece of Designer Series paper and then cardstock. But I love that she used the Designer Series paper as the focus for her card here. I love it. Isn't that nice? I'm going to case, Heather, if you're on here, I'm going to case your card. Na, 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 na. Thank you. So I wanted to share that because I forgot the other day. And then 2 other cards that I created on my blog hop. Were these colored in, cut them out, used dies. This one's from the Hippo and Friends dies, and this stamp set is Woven Heirlooms, and it's that True Love Designer Series paper. And this is from this set. The Thinking of You is from the Happy Thoughts. And I used also again here is the Hippo and Friends label. It's a different one from that set. And there's the inside. So these are 2 other cards, regular cards. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much. Both are beautiful. Love the purple one best. Like them both, but I think I prefer today's with switch bigger with bigger flowers. Yeah, it really makes a pop. I love them both. Frosted or rhinestones are both pretty. Yep, they are. When you see the frosted in person, it really does look pretty. You like them both, dots and rhinestones, Carol says. Thank you so much for your input on that. I like them both too. And I think I'm just going to stick to the frosted on here. And whoever wins it can change it if they like. But I'm going to post this one on my blog again too. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's post, or today's post, is going to be the cards I created last night. So then tomorrow I might create a post for this one. I have to take the pictures when it's daylight, and now it's not. So I'll do that tomorrow. And like I said, PicMonkey's given me a really hard time lately. That's my graphics, my photo editor. It's giving me a hard time. So I wasn't able to get the right photos done, but I'm working on it. So my blog should be posted shortly with the cards from last night. And the winners, Jean and Amy, I have both your addresses. So those will go in the mail tomorrow. Or actually Monday when the post picks up. So, all right, ladies, I'll see you Thursday night on my live, my usual live at 7 p.m. And I will pull all the names and comments and shares from today and all the comments and shares from yesterday. And they will all go in on Thursday night. And then this will be all the orders I receive for my January Papillion Project Pack, using the host code, and all those orders will get put in a 3rd pot cup for ordering, and I'll draw a name for the winner there for this card. Okay, I'll see you Thursday night, I hope. Have a wonderful Sunday. Happy Sunday. Newsletter's going out tomorrow at some point, maybe not first thing in the morning, but at some point tomorrow. I'm working on that tonight also. So see you Thursday. Bye.